Hi, here is the new yoga room in works right now, but I thought we would take advantage of no dogs. Besides the mummy, she might show up here with a stick and then I'll have to tell her to get lost. But I don't know, you can see me, yeah. So work in progress, but this is as real as it gets. And I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different. Take my shoes off. Hopefully the lighting is okay. I've been walking around here. So I just made a short 40-second thing to invite you. And then I realized I'm not doing it live. So it needs to upload and process. Okay, so welcome to the off-grid room right now. So take a deep breath and inhale and exhale. Just bring yourself into the space that you've created for yourself. We'll see how this goes and how long I have before dogs show up. So that'll determine how long this video actually is going to be. But just make some circles. This should feel really good just to open up the hips and the spine. I might be squinting a little bit. It's kind of bright. But this space gives you a whole lot of heat. So there's my dog right there. Hello, Selkie. Oh yes, you love yoga mats. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes. Dogs always go so crazy when you're doing yoga. I know. Okay, now, no, remember? Mommy's gonna do yoga. So this is what I was saying. If I had the other two here, then I would have 3 of them all doing the same thing and jumping on my head. But anyway. The studio has no roof on it, as you can see. And I'm surrounded by blocks. Alright, Puppin. Okay, yes, so... Well, how are we going to do this? Huh? What? Oh, yes, you're very nice. Are you going to sit down? Are you going to sit nice? Oh, good girl. Okay, so this is Selkie. Yeah, look at a little belly rub. Okay, so distractions. So I don't have children living with me anymore, but I have 3 Cocker Spaniels that are pretty much like little babies. All right, so now, remember, like if it's uncomfortable for you to sit like this, then you can bring your legs straight out in front of you, or you can have your, maybe not for this one, just keep your legs straight out in front of you. And then you're just going to open up the space in between the shoulder blades, and then inhale forward and exhale to go back. This feels really good. First thing, well, it's not first thing in the morning, but it's morning yoga for me. Okay, and then bring your shoulder over Alternate shoulder to knee just to get that stretch going still. I'm not throwing your stick. So we don't have any music, but we have the birds that are all happy right now. So that's the natural music. All right, so that should feel really good. Now, come on to your hands and your knees. Spread the fingers wide. Engage the core. And then inhale for cow. Exhale, round for cat. Inhale. Exhale. And then curl your toes under, lift yourself up into down dog. And just take a second and just feel what your body is doing today. Pedal yourself out. Hands are sliding. Okay. And then inhale and lift your right leg up for three-legged dog. Open up the hip, look under your opposite armpit. And then bring that foot down. Inhale, left leg up. Bend that knee, look under the opposite armpit. And come back down. Make whatever adjustments that you have to, just like I am. All right. Okay, so just rock your hips out from side to side. Stretch into the shoulder blades. And lift up the right arm, really stretch up. And take the arm into a half bind if you can, just to open up the front of the shoulder and the heart. And lift your left arm up and take that hand behind you. Even if you can only bring it like this, that's fine too, right? See, this is where you get the full meaning of open your heart to the sky. So if you're in your room, then it'll be the ceiling. All right, so just send your hips back to your heels and come forward. I like this stretch as well. Try not to bring myself out of the camera. And then drop your hips down into a cobra. And come back to your hips. Drop your hips down to the ground. Open your heart. Pull the shoulders down and away. And come back up. Remember, you're releasing your hips and your hip flexor down, but don't let go of the core. Good, Selkie. And pull the shoulders down again. All right, now lift up again into down dog. And then step your right foot forward, spin the back heel, and you're going to come into Virabhadrasana Warrior One. And then open up to Warrior Two. Now this is, not really making this with any one person in mind. This is kind of what I feel like doing right now, so we're doing that. And then you're going to spin the back heel and change legs. Okay, so face your front facing foot. Warrior One again, really reach up. If you can't bring your palms together, just have your palms facing towards each other. Just do what feels good to you. Warrior Two. And then come back down. Now bend this knee quite a lot. And then place that hand down. If you can't bring your hand down to the inside of the foot like this, then just prop yourself up like that, okay? So there's your modification. And then just don't sag into this arm. You want to get some length, and you're opening up the hip and the groin and inner thigh. Maybe you can bring your arm around again. And then come back up, and then you're going to change. And then bring that hand down, stretch up again, or remember you can come up here, right, and do this. Okay, so that's what it would look like if you're going to do a bind and you're up here. And then come back up into Goddess. Okay, so feet, toes point out, sit down, bring your hands into Namaskara. Come up, squeeze the butt up, come down again. Now you may be up here, and that gives you quite a big stretch. So just go work with your body's flexibility and just breathe into it and enjoy the sensation of stretch. And again. Okay, bring, with your feet still out like this, interlock your fingers behind you, lift the ribs away from the hips, and then bend down and bring, now this might be too challenging, see what you can do. Okay, and then walk your feet in a little bit and take your left hand down and lift your right hand up. A little bit of a twist. Selkie, no. And then right hand down, take the left hand up. This might be way too close. I apologize, but this is very impromptu. And then just let yourself hang. Then bend your right knee now. Take your right hand down and stretch up again. And bend the left knee. Make sure your feet are in line. Lift the right hand up. Walk your hands forward in front of the mat and press into your hands, press the ground away and come up onto the toes. And then lower your heels and send your butt back behind you. And then you're going to come up on the toes, press the ground away. You're going to feel activation in the abs right away, the lower abs. And then you're just stretching out your back, press into your hands, and go back again. And then bend, alternate knees, bend and just go back and forth. Open up the inner thighs and the groin. You can't even see my dog, but she's right in front. Okay. Then you're gonna roll yourself up and staring at me. All right. So take your arms back behind you, interlock your fingers, and then bend forward. Do a forward fold. Just release the shoulders. And then come back up again. Okay. Let's try doing a tree pose. Okay, so here's your modification. You got to press your weight into the left foot, okay? So when people have a problem with stability and balance and trying to build up all the stabilizing muscles, you know, to lift up that foot so you can balance, then it's okay just to place your feet right beside each other. But if you can, find something that's not moving, bring your foot up, and then you can just stay here if you want, or you can come all the way up. And then switch. Okay. My right foot is weaker from a car accident from years ago, but I broke the ankle, so if you see it shaking, that's what always happens to me. All right. Okay, so turn your right foot out and look at your feet. So can you get out of the camera? Move. Okay, so you want your back heel to be in line with the, like, heel to heel kind of. Or you might have to step your foot out, but feel your hips. You want them to be going forward. And then you're gonna take your hands behind your back into reverse namaskara, prayer position. And then you're gonna fold forward over the front extended leg. Maybe you can bring your chin down to your knee or your shin. Keep breathing. I hope you're breathing. And then come back up. Really good stretch for the spine. Okay, so then you're gonna bend forward again. and then come out of it. Now, I should have less clothes on, I think. It's quite warm. All right, let's see. All right, so we're gonna do a couple sun salutations. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward, extend the spine, or slide your hands up. Hello. And then lower down, step back to plank, or bring your knees down and lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog, or cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Keep the belly engaged. Pull the belly into the spine. You can see me? Yeah. Okay. And instead of just traditional, we're gonna throw in a couple things. So walk your feet up. We're gonna do twisting dog. Take your left hand to your right ankle, to the outside. Look under your right armpit, pull yourself in. And then switch. And then you're going to come into lizard. Okay, so take the right leg to the edge of the mat, lower the left hip. Note to self, wear different clothes. Okay. So you can stay right here, or you can come down onto your elbows. Come back up. Okay, now we're gonna do a little twist here, okay? So you're gonna take your left arm, wrap it around your right knee, and look behind you. And come back down. And then press back up and take another little twist. And then bend the knee and come into half pigeon. Okay, so slide the left leg back. Engage the core. This is an option. Little back bend. Come back down and just come down onto your elbows if it's accessible for you. You can lay right down. And then come back up. Bend the left foot. So a variation of king pigeon or mermaid. Have a shaving incident that happened yesterday. Actually took a big chunk of skin off. Not good. And then release from that. Cement dust everywhere. And then come back up into down dog. And then step your left foot forward this time. All right, and then flatten that foot, come down. Okay, so, right, you're coming into lizard again. So just drop the right hip down. And then you can come all the way down. And then just kind of rock that foot out to the side so you can like push that knee open a little bit. But you're going to be on the outer edge of the foot with the arch lifted up. And then maybe you can come down a little bit more. So you should feel it fall right in through here. And then press back up. And we're going to do the same thing again, right? So you're going to take your right forearm, hook that around, and then twist and look behind you. And then come forward again, drop the hip, and then take another little twist. Lizard twists. Okay. Then curl the back toes under, and then fold that left knee. Okay, so you're coming into half pigeon again. Engage the core. If you want to do a back bend, otherwise just stay in pigeon. I like doing them. And then just gonna come all the way down. Just relax into the hip and breathe into it. You're being a very good girl, aren't you? Yes. And then what you're going to do is bend the right knee now. Pull that foot into the butt. So you can even lift up. What are you doing? No. Okay, lower that down. Come back down. Widen your knees. Bring your two big toes to touch. Just take a little child's pose. And let your head just ground down into your mat. Okay. And then bring your hips up high. Okay. Your knees are hip width apart. And then walk your hands forward and come into puppy's pose. Take some deep breaths, relax your shoulders, just help them release. And then that's enough of that. because this is what I want to do today. All right. So, I'll give you some variations here. Let's see what happens if I turn this camera around. You can see my dog. No, you can't see the mat anymore. Selkie, move. Move. There. Well. Selk, move. Okay, so. Maybe see if this works. All right. So, I'll show you a variation of plank. Okay, so you could come down onto your forearm. Okay. Make sure that the elbow's right underneath the shoulders. Extend the legs out, and then you're gonna press out of the elbows and lift your hips up. And come back down and up. Or, if that's too much, you can bend the left knee, place that foot down, and then come up this way and maybe lift that right knee up. Okay, try the other side. There's many ways to do all of this, but I'm trying to make it accessible. Okay, so lift up. Maybe you can lift your hand up, arm up. Come back down. We'll do another. Not happy with this camera positioning. All right. So lift up. And we might have to cut this short because I have dogs at home now. And I don't want them to break my camera. Fold. Inhale. And step back to plank. Lower down chaturanga. Upward facing. Back to down dog. All right. Okay, so that's the end of that. I'll make another one. Bye.